After 2.5 months, millions of Victorians are spending their last day in lockdown. Rules ease at midnight tonight with the curfew lifting, gatherings allowed and many businesses reopening. For Melbourne, it brings to an end the longest time spent in lockdown in the world, 262 days since the pandemic began.
And in breaking news this morning, Victoria has just hit that key 70% double dose target 5 days earlier than planned. Now, it's hopeful this will be the last time widespread stay-at-home orders are imposed as Australia moves towards living with COVID. Dana Morse is in the Melbourne suburb of Fitzroy for us this morning. Dana, good morning. It's fair to say excitement is well and truly mounting.
Look, Michael, particularly here at Archie's all day on Gertrude Street in Fitzroy, they're gearing up for their last day of takeaway only here. Tomorrow, they'll be able to move to full-service dining for 20 people indoors here, and they'll be able to have 50 people outdoors. But just have a look at the spread. I mean, if this is what they're putting on for takeaway only, imagine what it is going to be like in here come tomorrow. I just can't believe they'll have 70 people ready for service here. And that's because the lockdown is lifting tonight. As you say, we've just had confirmation that Victoria has surpassed 70.5% double dose vaccination, and we are definitely moving out of lockdown. Cafes will be able to open. Hairdressers like this one behind me will also be able to open. They can have 5 fully vaccinated clients in there at a time. Here at Archie's, they can have 20 fully vaccinated inside, and they can have up to 50 fully vaccinated outside as part of this beautiful park that they've got going on here. We're here on Gertrude Street, and it is just a thriving hub of activity usually. There are pubs, there are cafes, there are restaurants, and every one of those will be able to open if they like from midnight tonight. Unfortunately, there are also quite a few retail stores here. They'll have to wait just that little bit longer until we hit that 80% mark in order to open their doors. But as you say, excitement's in the air. So is vaccinations. We're feeling good here on Gertrude Street this morning.
Indeed, understandably. But hospitality, Dana, has hit something of a roadblock, hasn't it, on the roadmap?
Yes, Michael, unfortunately, a lot of operators were thinking that it was fine if their staff were booked in for their second dose towards mid-November, like a lot of other authorised workers. They thought that would permit them to be able to come back to work. Unfortunately, the government have decided that all hospitality workers will need to be double vaxxed in order to come back to work. So unless they're fully vaccinated today, they cannot come into work tonight. We have heard from a few different operators that that's putting a squeeze on staffing, and there are a few people who have said, look, they're just not going to be able to open because they haven't got the staffing levels at the moment who are fully vaccinated. Those people have only recently become eligible for the vaccine, and they might have had their first dose, but their second is still a couple of weeks away. So no doubt we will see quite a few hospitality workers going out to try and move their second dose up. Pfizer's now at 3 weeks. You can get Moderna at 4, and the AstraZeneca is also available. But yeah, there's a tiny roadblock there, but hopefully we'll still see a lot of these hospitality businesses reopening in Melbourne from midnight tonight.
Nice work, Dana Morse. Thank you.